Welcome back at 7:42, and with our busy lives, it seems there's never enough time to stop and smell the roses.
That's right, but this morning we are joined by life coach Merci Miglino to talk about why everyone should live life with a little bit of gratitude.
Yes, a gratitude adjustment, as they say. Yes, yes.
So what's the key? Why is gratitude so helpful in our happiness?
You know, I think we forget to do it. Like, you're driving here this morning, it's a beautiful morning. I mean, it was light at 5:30, and for someone like myself who really enjoys this weather, and you know the rain's coming, okay?
Right.
But, you know, if you were thinking about the rain 2 days from now, or, you know, how lousy the weekend was, you lose the moment. You lose the moment. And then all of a sudden you wake up one day and you're like, where did the summer go? Where did the spring go? Where did my life go? So I think it's really just about mindfulness. I mean, I know that sounds a little simplified, but we don't stay in the moment. We really kind of live in the future.
So gratitude adjustment, in other words, you can train yourself to be more grateful.
Yeah, even if you know, thought of, like in 7th grade, you decided it was no longer cool to be enthusiastic and grateful or mindful, which happens to us. It's like, you know, cool is being cynical, clever, very smart, and all those things are good, but just take a reading today of how happy that makes you. You know, if it's on a scale of 0 to 10, you're really cool as 10, but your happiness factor is somewhere around 1. I'm asking how's that working for you.
That's a really good question to ask yourself. How happy is this making me?
Yeah, and happy in relative terms. If it's happy based on, well, I got that job and that relationship, well, those things are temporary. You know, life is up and down. That's the nature of it. But if you can be kind of cool, no matter what's happening, then you've met the gratitude factor. You're really mindful and appreciative, and that's the word I think it is, appreciative of what's happening.
Now, you sort of laid out for us a couple of the you know, attributes of gratitude. One of them you said was that it's actually attractive. Can you explain that?
Yeah. Well, I know that Oprah and Larry King and all these, you know, people who have a show, and I don't. But anyway.
Oh, you're on ours.
Yes, that's right. I'm on your show. Well, they have been, you know, talking about The Secret, and it's a combination of amazing people who have seen that, and it's a very simple principle. The more you are, the more you attract. So if you're happy, you'll notice everyone looks kind of happy. And if you're, you know, kind of cynical, all of a sudden you see the world through a cynical eye.
And if you're grateful for something, then you might get more of that thing.
Of it, right. It's sort of this, it's a cross between quantum physics and some sort of new age motivation, but whatever it is, it's real. When you think about those times in your life where things were going really well, and all of a sudden, like, things would pop up out of nowhere.
The opposite of it rains, it pours.
Absolutely.
Well,
Absolutely.
and you say that sometimes it's hard to be both hip and, you know, happy at the same time, but if you perceive it as rebelling, which you have also indicated some stuff you said, is you can be both.
Yeah,
you can rebel against that and be happy at the same time.
Yeah, how is gratitude rebellion, though?
So
Oh, totally. Oh, totally. It's rebellious. When you think about, you know, the next time you go to a cocktail party, or you're sitting around the coffee, you know, or tea spot, and listen to conversation. Most of it is a complaint of some kind. It's a negative energy zapper. And you know what? Also, the more you think, okay, the more you think, the more cynical you become, because you're looking at everything like this. But if you sort of stay right in the moment, be somewhat deliberately myopic, you know, I'm just going to see this much. I mean, most of us want to be really out there. But when you think about showing up and saying, you know, things are just perfect right the way they are now. Oh, you know, they might need a little of this, a little of that, but that's okay. They're perfect.
And that
Watch
goes
how
along.
people look at you. You might as well walk in with a Harley and a, you know,
that goes along with your last point, just about being a loner, because you might have to be apart from the other group who is more consistently negative.
And you might have to let go of very significant people or minimize your, you know, focus on them.
Be a loner, rebel, and be happy about it.
Absolutely.
See the positive things.
Be grateful.
Absolutely.
There you go.